cotton thorn in our side was getting correct and performant line-of-sight queries. Many systems, including the lighting, fog of war, physics, and an AI would need line-of-sight information many times a frame. In addition, the query had to be executed slightly differently depending on who was asking. Lighting and fog of war, for example, would need to ignore transparent materials, but physics could not. One-way platforms also behaved in various ways with respect to line-of-sight, depending on what worked best for the gameplay. Yeah, I can see how that could be a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm not sacrificing one of my smoke bombs. Come here.
Karajan must have lost his mind. Crazy setup can keep him safe.
Oh, sorry about that. Is there anything down there? I'm curious. Well, I'll be damned. I didn't mean to kill that guy. Well, now I feel silly.
Now let's get out of here.
Already moving. Okay, now. We made a very conscious decision early on that audio shouldn't follow reality if it got in the way of the gameplay. Bravo! One of the big ways this manifested was thunder preceding the lightning. We needed something to tell the player that lightning was coming, and an audio cue was the perfect way to do this. So we broke physics and played a small thunder sample preceding the large lightning and thunder that allows the ninja to be spotted. I remember one video called this out and how far we went to put gameplay first. But that's what you're supposed to do. You're making a game, and I can congratulate you. It's not realistic, but you know what? It serves gameplay perfectly. And that is how you do it. When I interviewed for a programming job on Mark of Ninja, one of the questions I was asked was how I would find the area representing the line of sight from a point in a 2D level. For example, what could a player in a specific position see, or what would be lit by a light? I guess the answer I gave them at the time was good enough since I was higher, but one more true came later in the project when by coincidence I had to do exactly that. There were bugs in the way we calculated our lights so that they flickered or ended up shining in completely the wrong direction. Ended up rewriting that calculation entirely, and it was way better than the answer I gave in my interview. A lot of people have commented on the fluidity of the ninja character animation. Very early on in production, Diff and I agreed we want to contrast the ninja with the goons in terms of fluid versus stiff movement. To that end, we'll prototype the gameplay using hand-drawn animation and roughed out much of the ninja's animation stage before committing to the flash build system we normally use. One of the chief reasons we didn't just take the hand-drawn approach to completion was a simple matter of texture budget. The ninja has far too much animation for that.
Once you have the mark, They treat you like an outsider. Strange, unpredictable, and dangerous. You're as good as banished. And when your mission's over, you're dead.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. It's tough to write incidental dialogue for the players here while they're moving for a level. At least it's tough when the level isn't built yet. We wrote and scrapped a lot of exposition for the next level because there was no place for it. But Aura's lines here where she starts to make your suspicions of Asai fit the level, and the musty sense of despair that fills Carjan's castle. Yeah. I wonder why she's telling me all that. What does she have to give for us? Oh, doink. Here, let me just use my brain box for a moment. Sorry, dude. Well, seems like we still have ways to go.
Hey, you! Hey, leave my sights! Fire, over there! Don't let him get away! Engaging! Get away!
Well, that went badly.
False alarm, I guess.
Goodbye. Oh, wrong button. All right. We're progressing. Messian's crypt. Okay,
We're
so
getting close, but there are guards all over the grounds. We should head down to the catacombs. That will be our best shot at getting to the inner keep.
an issue that came up early on in level design was how to create interesting puzzles, but also have spaces that feel like real places and not just a random assortment of platform hanging in the air. I knew that the tile sets could be used in ways to create space that felt like rooms and buildings. It was difficult to communicate with the level designers, so we ended up with a lot of gamey-looking levels. I was painting the tile set for World 2, I got sick and had to spend a couple of days at home. My computer was out of commission and I was thinking about the problems, so I sat down and sketched out some rough designs on how I would imagine the tile set would look when it was put together properly as a castle. I wasn't sure if it was going to be helpful or not, but I shoved and took Jamie, and the drawings ended up taped to the wall, never designed it from there. I realized that if I and Aaron briefly created rough levels using the tile sets, designers had a much easier time creating structures that felt grounded in the world.
What was that?
Now, I'm not sure if I need to start killing your people yet, but I'm not taking a chance. This actually doesn't look like Crepes, so I probably didn't have to do that. Crepes probably down here.
When this is all over, I hope it was worth it.
I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. Is this what Crepes then? Yeah, this looks Crypt-like. The catacombs. Okay.
There's something wrong with the air down here. When you see that foul color, move fast and try not to breathe.
Now I need to start killing people. Okay. The poison gas hazard was introduced here without any real explanation or tutorial, aside from one line of woe from Aura, and I don't think we ever saw folks have trouble with it in playtesting. I strongly believe that over-tutorializing is making it side crutch and an uphill trend in general. We try to make things as self-evident as possible. Obviously we still had some tutorial explanation moments, but we try very hard to minimize it as much as possible. You know what? I like the people that made this. They get games! It's nice to see if there's somebody in the stream who does that. That's comforting, to say the least.